Folks, as we dig deeper, things get more and more interesting. So the moment we put on our third vlog, that is the funding of George Soros in the nexus of Auroville Outreach media, within 2 hours, Facebook took down our Facebook page. The Auroville Files is now shut. And it is shut on flimsy grounds of trademark infringement, where we have never used the logo of Auroville in any way, and we have never mentioned anywhere that Auroville Files is a part of Auroville. Nonetheless, we take it in a good stride because Auroville Files had also trolled a lot of people who had trolled us. And in a good way, all the negative things and all the darkness is over. So now we started a new page called Auroville, the New Dawn, in a new light. So what is this George Soros funding? Now, as we know, that most of these trusts have been funded by state governments, central governments, and also internationally. While we were digging the economic nexus of all these trusts, things get murkier and murkier as we dig deeper. Now, we have also seen that Amnesty International has been funding many activities and many children for higher education in Auroville. And the way how Auroville Outreach media has been acting for decades is that they have been covering up all the activities that have been done by the old pioneers in 1976. They also ensure that news does not come out in the public domain, that narratives are spun by themselves in the garb of spiritual consciousness. Auroville belongs to nobody in particular, it belongs to humanity as a whole. But Auroville Outreach media tries to copyright content of Auroville, like as if it is their personal baby or their personal child. It is not. Auroville belongs to everyone, and it is time that the whole world knows how Auroville Outreach media, News and Notes, and Auroville Today have been conducting and spreading anti-national sentiments and anti-national thoughts amongst villagers and also amongst people of the world. It is time that the world comes together and sees how Auroville has not only erased history, but is also erasing the present. The giant nexus of Auroville Outreach media is unfathomable. They have social bots who are usually drug addicts, who troll us. They have connections with all the mainline newspapers, that is the left wing and the right wing, and they also have connections with Western journalists and investigators. So now we look at Amnesty International, Forbidden Stories, and many other third-party funding, which has all the connections towards someone who is anti-national, and that someone seems to be none other than George Soros himself. Is this a conspiracy theory? If you've been researching about every article in News and Notes, in Auroville Outreach media, in Auroville Today, everywhere, they have never spoken about what really happens in Auroville, how justice, crime, and everything is covered up under the garb of spiritual consciousness, with complete protection and amnesty given by the Auroville Foundation, saying that this is some sort of integral yoga. No one is above law, and Auroville is not above law. It just projects itself to be divine, it projects itself to be clean, whereas it is the most murkiest institution and the biggest spiritual scam in the world. And today also it has been functioning the same way, because people think that by silencing us, by taking down our pages, by trolling us, by making slander reports on us, truth will somehow be buried. Not anymore. We are now in an empowered Bharat, an empowered youth, and we are in a digital India. History cannot be erased, present cannot be erased, and the future will be written only by those who do good work. We have done our duties, and we have done our duties to the best, and it is time for everybody to have an awakening of consciousness, to understand that nothing can stop us except fear. And fear is what Auroville Outreach Media, the Working Committee, and the Auroville Land Board works and thrives upon. So folks, this is it. Of course, vlogs will continue every day in our new page. Do subscribe to us. We have already had 100 subscribers through organic growth within 24 hours without any paid reach. And we will continue. Truth shall never be erased. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. And it is time for Auroville to have a new dawn.